I tell you, it's amazing. You give a guy a shot and he shoots him forward.
Oh boy, Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's
and around she goes into Kenseth.
Oh gosh.
Up in the air and into the wall hard.
Man, Kenseth.
Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was.
I am not believing it.
I think somebody makes contact with. McDowell got her in the left rear.
Yep.
Yep. And that
no, she hit him in the right front. And when that happened, just got air underneath the car.
Is anybody left in this race?
We talked about that green car earlier, that 18 car.
Trouble again, guys. Got into 24. Yo! Man, Jeff Gordon took a lick.
Yes, he did.
Jeff Burton took a lick.
And they're still wrecking Allmendinger, Robbie Gordon.
Boy, I don't feel good about Jeff Gordon at all. That was a hard nose-in lick right there.
Comes across right in front of Allmendinger. Oh, that's a hard hit.
Oh, it is.
Even though it's the safer barrier.
Oh,
that's a hard hit.
That really scared me there for a moment. I'm glad he's okay. Got out fine.
Rarely do you race to a guaranteed yellow flag where we have one 6 laps from now, Rick, so they're going to jockey very aggressively for position before the competition yellow.
And Elliott's out.
Oh, the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. is going to go around. He catches the 48. The big one happens in front. 2 of Austin Dillon is collected. 3 of Ty Dillon gets through.
Definitely left front damage.
It all starts right here, but Darrell Wallace Jr. and Brendan Poole, you see, trying to help the 48, trying to help the 6, but as the 6 moves left to right with contact with the bumper, it spins it out. Heavy contact between the 42 and the 2. The 2 gets airborne, but safely comes back on the tire.
And Jimmy Spencer goes right to the back bumper of Darrell Waltrip as they drop down the backstretch. Tremendous side-by-side racing and a crash. Mark Martin's car lifts off the ground but does not go over. But this crash is going to involve several cars.
You see Hud Strickland in the mud there. And watch Ernie Irvin. Yeah. And Ernie Irvin got into Kyle Petty. That was the first thing that happened. And watch we see the windshield fly to these automobiles as they turn backwards.
And then several cars become involved, sliding into that wet grass and into the mud puddles. There's Hud Strickland throwing up a big spray as his Buick moved through.
The 2 team has avoided the scare they had earlier with the water temperatures. The debris is completely removed. We've talked about Brian Keselowski being proficient at restrictor plate racing. 4 wins, and we've got trouble behind him, Rick.
Around they go.
Stay down, go up.
It looked like it was Eric Almirola that was the first to go sideways, and then collecting numerous cars behind him. And a bump there by the 48. The back bumper of Jamie McMurray. 78 of Martin Truex Jr. caught up. Danica Patrick also. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. Brian Scott up on the hood of the 4 of Kevin Harvick.
Kyle Busch is a rocket. Nobody is running the outside.
Oh, there they go. There
Gordon
they go.
Slam. Menard, Mark Martin. It's a crash fest in the backstretch.
They couldn't keep doing that, Mike. They just couldn't.
There you go.
Boy, it's like Boyer became the sandwich, the meat and the sandwich between the 17 of Kenseth and the 27 of Menard.
Yeah, and Jeff Gordon slammed that inside wall hard. Left driver's side.
Not a good restart for Martin Truex Jr. He falls back all the way to 4th. And around goes the 19. Carl Edwards hard into the wall. 31 also around. The 12 or the 2 of Brad Keselowski connected. Danica Patrick in the 10 also involved.
4 back to 43.
19 just gets up the racetrack. I don't know if he got loose, got tight, got into the side of 31, and behind that it's just on.
I don't know if there's any room, but there's no trouble.
They go.
Problems as they go through the triangle. Austin Dillon is caught up in it. The 31 of Buescher's caught up in it.
That's the rest of the field.
They're all in it. They're all in it.
There's only 2 guys left running.
James Busher jumps to the inside. Let's see who makes contact first. James Busher's good.
They just start bouncing around back in there.
It was really Brad Sweet in the 32 truck. Maybe the 32 got hooked by the 51 truck. Red flag is out.
That's kind of what it looked like. They just started moving around. They were wobbling as they were going down toward turn 1 there.
Well, how did Earnhardt used to sell you on pitting?
He'd say, I'm in.
Oh, no. Trouble, man. Big trouble
At least
there.
3 cars.
Lots of trouble
Jeff
up there.
Gordon's involved.
Just look out, don't
Kevin Harvick.
I couldn't tell what happened, but somebody got into the back of the 16 car and turned him.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see here. It's a 16 car, and he gets turned.
That's his teammate Kurt Busch behind him in the 97 car that gets into the back of him. He goes down and collects Jimmy Johnson in the 48, and then it just starts stacking up behind him. Look at Brian Vickers in the 25 just getting by.
Well, it looked like Michael did a good job of squeezing through there.
Well, and I think the longer they run here,
there
might less just advantage
be
those
one
tires.
right there off of turn 2.
Oh, yeah. This is going to bring it out.
Austin Dillon spins around and crashing behind him.
Still going.
Two teammates, Menard and Ryan Newman, all get caught up in Austin Dillon.
Somebody got into Austin Dillon. I can't tell who it was. Let's see what happens here.
See the closing rate of those newer tires, right? The 11 kind of got him loose and got him up the racetrack, and then right in front of the 48.
I think you're right.
He comes across right in front of Stenhouse.
Oh, Stenhouse just clipped him.
Nailed him.
That's going to really hurt that left front fender.
Woo. Oh, got trouble up front.
Biffle right in front of Junior. Kenseth is in it.
Oh, and turns Quapple into the outside wall.
Around him.
And
Kevin, a lot of chasers involved in this one.
Oh.
17.
When you get off there, if you can drive it.
This is definitely the big one we were looking for, guys. I was hoping we had not seen, or we had seen it, and we wouldn't see this. See Carl Edwards and Greg Biffle up on the high side, making a real run. You see Blaney gets turned a little bit there, but that was okay. That looked like that could be big. But the trouble's going to start right up here in the front whenever, looks like maybe the 99 gets into the back of the 16. That's all 3 Roush cars that it takes out right there. And Dale Jr. Look at Jimmy Johnson just squeezed by this.
Crew Chief Adam Stevens has rallied the team and put them to work behind the wall, getting ready to bring the 18 in, perhaps to do service on it behind the wall at the right opportunity.
Something
and
broke
this
there.
May be it.
Yeah, he went sideways and it's broke, and now the caution's going to come out for the 18. Contact as well.
Larson in it. Kyle Larson's in it. See the left rear tire smoking. Left rear quarter panel's damaged. I wonder if something broke in the rear suspension. It was, he talked about the car driving bad and strange. I wonder if something in the trailer arm or something in the track bar mount, something broke in the back of the car, I assume.
Look at Jarrett in the green car. He jumped down the inside. It's putting him up in the 3rd place. A while ago, we saw Jarrett and Earnhardt were capable of pull away a little bit. They're trying to bring it in.
Trouble behind. Rusty Wallace is turning over.
Rusty Wallace, 20 feet in the air, spinning, crashing.
Well, I'll tell you, when they're running that close together and jockeying around position, you just know that things like this are going to happen.
There's Jarrett. He gets in line. The 66 car right behind Waltrip. Looked like they tapped. They touched right there, the 66. And then Rusty, he gets clipped right there, turns sideways, and we know what happened after that. The air gets out of the car. Yeah, it looked like the 66 and the 30. Got to look at Rusty's car, how high in the air. Real violent flips right here.
Whoa!
No! Johnson's out of it.
Big wreck.
Can't go.
Big wreck going to happen here on the front
straightaway.
straightaway.
No, man! You are kidding me?
Look at who came out front, though, on the back straightaway. Matt Kenseth and Larson.
So here's the restart.
It's a nice jump here.
Yeah, he starts to go, but it looks like when he shifts.
That's where he shifted third.
Third, and it just didn't. Something happened.
And then here comes trouble.
It's on from there.
Look who this takes out. The 78, the 4, 47. All these cars piling in there. Nowhere to go.
Outside lane, hanging tough here on the restart.
Oh, here we go.
Got trouble. That's Casey Kane that goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh, my. Half the field is gone.
The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, the
Denny
18
Hamlin,
gets on its roof.
Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow.
Let's take a replay here. It looks like the 16 got into the 5 a little bit too hard and just turned him. And man, talk about getting piled up.
Watch the 3 car when we get another replay of Austin Dillon come shooting up through the middle and trying to avoid the accident.
26 of Cole Witt just got into the 18.
Uh-oh, Kyle caught up the field. Accordion's back.
Whoa, man.
Trouble. Stewart in the wall.
Here we go. Here we go.
Robbie Gordon's in it. The 33. Harvick is around.
Here we go, guys.
The big one.
Just a matter of time.
At least 20 cars.
Now watch Kyle Petty on the right side of your screen.
Right back here. Here's Kyle.
He's trying to find a place in line, and everybody scrambles.
Mike Wallace in the 33 and up against the wall there.
Elliott Sadler flying to the inside wall.
Takes a hard hit on that inside wall, guys. That is a heavy hit.
Mark Martin, Terry Labonte.
Now watch. Here's Bobby Labonte right back here. Watch this. Bang.
Oh, that was Mayfield.
Well, in the first round of pit stops, it was that 2, and Paul Wolf was the first car on pit road. As you see, the 18 at Kyle Busch.
Oh, and a big contact. Came across the barrier, the 16 of Biffle involved. As is the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Austin Dillon included in this as well. Ryan Blaney in the 21. It was just behind him. Stenhouse Jr. into the wall. Back out. There was some contact made behind him, and then big contact from Jimmy Johnson.
I mean, from that angle, it looked like Stenhouse lost it off the long carousel, got loose, leaving the carousel, trying to carry speed, just got loose, and now he gets back out on the racetrack.
Heavy shot for Jimmy Johnson into the side of the 17.
Remember, he pushed Kyle Busch to the win here last year. Kyle Busch was in the truck he's driving. Oh, there they go.
Hornaday goes around. The rain cart the can almost upside down, and he does go on his hood as Ron Hornaday.
There just wasn't any way.
Hornaday rolls again in turn number 1.
Looked like the Todd got pushed by the 95 of Grant Enfinger, and it turned him into the truck on the inside of him. And then you see Ron Hornaday going upside down. Grant was just doing what he saw there. Ooh, wow, look at that hit late.
Carl Edwards, the king of the concrete, and behind him, one of the all-time best at Dover. Mark Martin up on that steering wheel, trying to reel in Edwards. Whoa! Off the wall, the 2-car Busch, and his teammate comes across.
Oh, man, that was 2 for 1. Both Penske cars taken out in that one. A melee.
Jimmy Johnson also gets tagged, the reigning series champion. Jeff Green, the 66 cars in it. J.J. Yaley. Let's show you what happened here a moment ago. Now watch the 2-car left side of your screen up off the wall.
Looks like he had a flat tire or something. He had something broke or a flat tire.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if the tire was flat, Andy, or if he just got up so high out of the groove and the car wouldn't turn. He got up in it again. I mean, only Kurt would know. But, boy, when he hit that wall, bounced across, it just really took out everybody.
Round they go on the backstretch. Chris Buescher involved in the 34. 44 of Brian Scott also involved in this one. A lot of damage to the 34. Look at the front of that race car. There, the 44 of Brian Scott is sideways. Saves it coming off of 2, but then looks as though Kyle Larson may have been in the back of him when he came off of 2. And there's the heavy contact.
Yeah, and you saw the backfire out of the tailpipes of the 44 as he was trying to save the car. It looked like he was maybe on and off the throttle. His speed probably reduced. The 42 is right behind him. You see the safer barrier doing a good job absorbing some of the impact there.
Hornaday just didn't get a start that time, Phil. He's falling all the way back outside the top 10.
Oh, around goes Johnny Sauter. John King got in the back of him, and Sauter goes into the wall. He'll collect his teammate, Matt Crafton, as they come to the start-finish line. We will have another restart. They did not receive the white flag before Sauter got around and into the wall.
Outside of Johnny, he just got a hold of his back end from the wrong angle.
Yeah.
And turned him sideways. Todd had rooted his way down to the bottom of the racetrack, and there's 2 Thor Sport trucks clobbering each other. The last thing a owner wants to see is his trucks running into each other.
A lot of damage, a lot of parked trucks right at the exit of the trioval.
We're still having some great competition. It's a little further back in the pack than it was right there at the front. But these guys are just nose to tail sliding it through here, throwing up dirt. It's fabulous watching this.
Uh-oh! Kyle Petty, and he takes out Sterling Marlin. And Mark Martin somehow gets by, and Kyle's going in the wall head on.
Oh, terrific impact for Kyle Petty.
Boy, that was a big hit.
And from another angle on our camera from the Tower Terrace, the car just shoots straight to the wall.
You guys, I agree with you. That looked like something went down like a tire, and I wonder if that's coming from just all the stuff we're seeing, all the grass, if it's pulling up any gravel off this track, that they're having a tire problem with punctures.
How did Elliott Sadler get back on the road and not lose any ground? He's going to have a chance to win this race.
If he pulls high.
Joey Logano gets turned. Elliott Sadler drives through. They're crashing big time at the line. Brendan Poole, first career win at Talladega.
He goes high, he fakes high. That's where Logano goes. He loses control of his car.
Yeah, you cannot blame that on Elliott Sadler. No doubt. He went to go high, the 22 blocks, so he changed it, and he says, all right, I'm going to go low. And it just pulled the air off the 22 right there. The 22 wrecked.
Yeah, and if they clear Tony, it's going to be over.
That was a good move by Tony.
Oh, wow, who was that? Denny Hamlin out of shape. Here's the big one. A number of drivers involved as they come down toward turn one.
Hold your brake.
Oh, wow, that was a ton.
This is big.
Man, was that Ambrose? Somebody hit a ton up there.
That was big. Biffle got hit a little bit and got sent back across the racetrack into the 11 car, I think is what we'll see.
And that's one thing, too, when these cars don't change direction very good. I think he went to turn to the left. It almost looked like Biffle maybe went down a little bit, but regardless, when you turn these cars as hard like that to avoid something, it's hard to keep them straight.